When it comes to politics, one woman knocked down barriers decades ago at the Mississippi State Capitol. Alice Griffin Clark entered the state legislature charting a new course for women and never looked back. Former Representative Alice Clark entered the halls of the Mississippi Capitol in 1985 as the first black woman elected to the legislature. She represented House District 69 until 2024 when she retired. It was a job she kind of stumbled onto when the House seat became vacant, but she wasn't sure if voters would support her. So she asked her husband.
He said, well, I asked the boys down on the corner if they would vote for a woman. And they told me, if it's Miss Alice, we'll vote for Miss Alice. So that was how it happened. But what happened was that I decided to ask my mama, what did she think about? I told her what they were trying to do. They were trying to get me to run, for the legislature. I said, Mama, do you think I can do that? And she looked at me and she smiled and she said, haven't I always told you, you don't know what you can do unless you try? And baby, you haven't tried that. So I then told her, I went back to the group because I had told them I had to ask somebody something. And I guess we're running because I talked to my mama and she thinks it's all right.
Former Representative Clark says it was a novelty when she first got to the Capitol, but says she never really felt disrespected.
There were things that they did and didn't do because I was black and I knew them. But I never felt that because I was black, they didn't do certain things. I really didn't.
Clark was instrumental in bringing the Federal Women, Infants, and Children Food Program to the state, better known as WIC. She also helped set up drug courts.
When you get somebody off, you not only help that individual, you help the community, you help the individual. So we all have to learn how to if we have some halfway good sense, we'll start putting some money in our pockets for the lottery and for education.
Today, there are 8 black women serving in the State House and 2 in the Senate, with a total of 26 women serving in both chambers. Representative Clark says there's still more work to be done.
It was really, really important that you vote in the interest of women. So I don't know exactly when it was, but it took a little while. And we still have a long ways to go. Mm-hmm. If you come to the Capitol, you look around, out of the 122 men, how many of them are women? Very few.
Last year, Representative Alice Clark became the first woman and the first black person to have their portrait on display at the state capitol. Her portrait is on display where the House Education Committee meets. Clark says she wants people to remember that she was an educator before she was a legislator.